What's up, guys? It's Tuesday. I'm gonna continue working on the table today. Been off work for a little while. I'm actually going in to hit up Home Depot to get a bunch of the supplies we need. Saw blades, sandpaper, table legs, things like that. So I'm gonna go in here, see what I can get a hold of. Normally we build our legs just out of 2x4s, 1x4s, whatever. I actually kind of want some decent actual legs on this thing. So I'm gonna go in here and hopefully I don't spend too much money. I did just have to pay off that Toys R Us note because the interest hit, it was high. So I'm gonna go in here. Okay, I got most of what I needed. I was looking at the legs. I didn't really find any in particular that I liked. They were pre-made, but I want to get a bit more of the structure done and get the top sanded a lot more today, since that was one thing I was kind of running out on yesterday, was sandpaper. Also went ahead and got some jigsaw blades, some impact drill or screwdriver bits. That way I could actually get the things out that I needed to with power tools. That was the problem yesterday. We were limited on our power tool usage. But I'm gonna head to the old people's house and see what's what. I am here. Thought I was recording a second ago, but I wasn't. So, rocking out to some all that remains right before I got here. I thought I could catch it on the tail end, but before I turned the car off, it didn't go. So, quick side note. Yesterday, before I left here, I had an idea to change something on the car. Actually, I got under the hood and I adjusted my blow-off valve, turned it down, the little control knob on the spring. And because under higher RPMs, under higher boost, I could hear whooshing, like shh. And from what I could tell is that's literally the blow-off valve not holding back the boost, because you know it's just spring or vacuum operated. So if the spring itself wasn't set tight enough, the boost itself was pushing back. There's a cat. We don't have a cat. Odd. Okay, I'm gonna go inside, see who's here, and get into the shop, apparently, that I didn't lock last night. Alright guys, so yesterday I ran out of space on my phone to actually finish videoing, but I did a little bit. I know I got some of it on there, I took some pictures, but I got, this is kind of after hitting it with some 80 grit for quite some time. This is how it looked with the previous stain on it, so you can see a lot more raw wood situation. But I grabbed some 60 grit because there's some really rough edges where like we put a lot of work into this thing, so where all the pieces join up, stuff like that. I might actually come in, see if I can get some more putty, fill those holes a little bit better than they were. But a lot of those, because this was my first experiment with joining things with biscuits. You know, so we have these nice little cutouts and stuff like that. And some of them weren't all perfect, and just trying to get them to line up and things like that, top and bottom wise. You know, so things aren't flush. There's a few things that are a bit proud. So, it is what it is. So, the 60 grit will hopefully help knock that out a lot. Just with the 80 grit, I may have to get a lot done, but 60 grit will get it better. But I bought some gloves that are actually for carpenters. They got some gel inserts in the palms, so for sanders and power tools. I lost my gloves during peak, so I'm going to go in the house real quick. Okay, so we need the drill bit for that.
Yes, we do.
Well, actually, hold on. Will mine work? My countersink? That should work, shouldn't it? I mean,
it's not going to go very far.
Doesn't have to go all the way through it, does it?
No, it might. I got bits.
Oh, we do need a clamp, though.
I got a lot of bits. Little bits and big bits. Somewhere. Oh, No, those don't work. Paddle bits don't work. Those don't work.
No, but shit, I think those other drill bits are out in the garage or something. One of these things, there's a bit in here, hold on. There's a bit in here somewhere that has tape on it set to a certain depth. I bet, no, I think that's what it was. I just don't remember where I saw it. No, I saw it yesterday when I was digging around.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Well, I got bits in
Yeah, this one was already had tape on it, so I'm thinking it was the one we used. I don't remember where I saw it. Paddle bits. Man, I can do it with the.
You don't want that. That's too damn big a bit.
No, I'm talking about this one. This will work. I mean, my worry, I just don't want it to split the damn board.
Yeah, board, yeah.
But then again, if we have another bit that's just that size, just to pilot the rest of the way. Oh yeah, I need clamps.
I don't have anything long enough for that. Those would be better.
I need clamps.
We got clamps. Where are those up there? Well, little clamps? Oh, okay. There's the little clamps there. God damn, it's cold in here. I'm here to get my shirt on. I've got my shirt on. Shit,
Turn the heater on.
cold.
Turn the heater on. It's over there.
Yeah, with the door open, you can do it good.
I'll close the door.
I got it. No, we gotta have it open so people can see what we're doing. Know that all these tools are in there.
Although when I start
For Steve.
yeah, somebody kind of forgot to lock the door when he left last night.
Yeah.
Huh?
Here. I was here when you locked it, when you left.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I wasn't.
The door had the lock on it, but it was not
I
locked.
know.
How do you know that? You didn't come out
I
here.
left it that way.
Why?
The others were open. The garage was open.
I closed the
I
garage door.
know. I do that later. It's all right.
Yeah,
I had to go check them and make sure they were locked.
No, but I mean the shop door was unlocked. Did you leave it that way?
It was closed. It was not locked.
Yeah.
I always check them at night.
Okay, so
We need a real long clamp for that, or you gotta put a screw in if they take care of it.
my worry is that it's going to split. That's
Okay,
nowhere,
go ahead and
That's nowhere near deep enough.
we need to know
How deep?
screw. You're only gonna be able to go like a shit.
Well, it's
Is
a.
that even a 5/8 board? No, it's 3/4. You're gonna can only go a 1/2 inch.
If that. I mean, I'll go slow and just try it. I mean, it's,
But I'm trying to figure out.
'cause I couldn't go super deep on that just now.
How long is the screw? 2.5?
Yeah, it's a 2.5 inch screw.
Okay, so we need a mark
Hold on,
here
hold on.
at 2 inches.
All we gotta do is look over here and see how far down we gotta go.
Yeah, you don't
So,
work.
that far, right there.
All right.
Okay, so I didn't get anywhere near that. I don't think. Hold on. Even if I buried that, let's see. Even if I got as deep as I can get with that'll set the screw head here. That's not even close. Okay, well I got a pilot hole at least, so all we need to do is get that same size bit. Just go a little deeper, right? Yeah. So all we need is another bit on your drill. We'll set the depth to how far we need to go. I'll pilot with this first, just so we have our hole. Got me?
Okay, now how deep? Okay.
Okay, all I'm doing with this is just getting it started. So look,
Okay.
do another one here. Because it's an impact.
Oh,
It's not a drill, it's an impact.
Okay.
Don't forget that. Got a little burning
Yeah,
here.
down here too.
We want to leave the gap here for the leg.
Yeah. You gotta put screws in here though.
Yeah, no. Good man. All Alright guys, I'm actually going to time-lapse right after this. I'm just going to set the phone up here, so that way I'm not wasting just hours of footage. So let's do that. Alright guys, so we've got progress. We got the frame all attached underneath. Yay for that. I got a clamp together for right now so that we can get the tabletop even and squared. Obviously you guys could see what we were doing there. Trying to get the circular nature of it. That was a pain in the ass. Still is. So what we're gonna do now is try to cut the circle, basically. I think that's probably where we're gonna stop. Got a whole bunch of jigsaw blades and everything like that, and we just got to be careful to make sure we don't get too close to anything. Keep our blades straight up and down. Also make sure we don't shake the table apart realistically, because the clamps are holding it together right now. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. But so far it's actually not too bad, but this way also has its clamps together. I can do what I can to even out the top, probably. But I might have to wait until I've got the legs on it for that, so the legs are totally together. And then, because it's meant to be two half tables that can combine into one table, that's the weird part of it, honestly. But yeah, we're gonna get it done and get some more footage, some footage, Alright guys, after hours of sanding, it's almost down to bare wood. There's still a few trouble spots, like right through here. Still got some stain in it, right through here, little transitions. As you guys are probably watching the video, I was going over this area a lot, because this was high, this was low, but then this was high, this was low. So there's a lot of bad transitions and seams from way back in the day, but I'm going to give it a good once over with some good 60 grit again. We're probably going to take a router to the edge. Obviously it's a very, very rough cut because of that saw. And you can see how the frame works. Each side's going to have 3 legs, and then we'll have something to clamp it together in the middle. But I think it looks really damn good, to be honest. Just got to figure out how exactly I'm going to work on it. Okay, guys, it is time to head home. I'm just dead exhausted. Like, outside of peak, I don't tend to work this hard, except when I'm on my quote-unquote vacations. Normally I would take this week off. Oh, maybe it's got sawdust. Yeah, maybe I would take, maybe. Usually I would take this week off for my birthday, because my birthday is on Thursday. And then I would do a project like this. Of course, the last couple things I've done were wine racks, which take a day and a half max. A couple years ago, I built the benches. That was 2 years ago, because we were in our other apartment. I built the benches out of pallets. I built the table, all 3 tables I built on my birthday. Usually for my birthday. Oh, I take it back. The one was not for me, though. It was on my vacation, but it wasn't for me. That's the one, that's the big one that's in the garage. That's actually for my niece, but it broke after I gave it to them, and they didn't really get to use it, so I took it back, and it took me over a year to fix it, and that was like a year and a half ago. So it's just been in the garage, pretty much ready to go back. And then they were going to wait till they moved because they'll have more space at the new house. They've moved now, but nobody's come to get the table, and I no longer have a truck to take it to them. So I need to go get a hold of my brother and be like, hey, come get your daughter's table. It's in the way. And it's a nice table. I actually like that one. Like, it's a cool design, it's big, and it functions for what I built it for. And that's kind of important, that it actually does what it was designed to do. The one that I chopped up for this, it did its job once. It literally, I built it for one party at one birthday back in 2013, I believe it was. Back when I still worked at the brewery, and actually I had the party at the brewery on said table. We actually, if you hear me and my dad talking about it, we dropped it off while it was still tacky. Like, we had just clear coated it, and we dropped it off while it was still tacky. And then hours later, we went back for my birthday party. And it stayed at the brewery for a couple more months until I was no longer an employee there. Took it home to the old crappy trailer I used to live in, and it basically served as a table to set crap on for the next year or so. And when I moved out of there, I had to cut the legs off of it to get it out the door. It was too hard to fight. So we cut the legs off, just said screw it, threw it in the moving truck. But the hard part was me and my dad originally trying to get that thing in through the door of the trailer, which was difficult. The thing weighed, I should say. When it was done, it had to have weighed like 400 pounds. I mean, it was ridiculous. So you're talking about a 7x4 hardwood tabletop, combined with all that hardware, all that wood. We were taking apart yesterday. So yeah, very heavy table. But it occurred to me that, like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, I'm tired. Well, I'm gonna get changed, get out of the sawdusty clothes, except for the pants. I go inside, I wash up a little bit, I sit down. I'm like, this is the first time I've sat down since I've been here. Like, I got there, I don't know, maybe 12:30, I think. So in almost 5 hours, I was on my feet, and I was like, no wonder my sciatic is killing me. I was bent over, sanding that table for hours. I mean, all the other stuff, that wasn't too bad. I mean, a little bit of hunch, stuff like that. My arms hurt just from everything. My hands, I can finally feel, because holding onto that sander for hours, just completely numb. But, you know, it's gotten better. It's going to take some more ibuprofen when I get home. I need to probably do a sinus rinse. Try to get some of that sawdust out of my nose. Since I forgot the mask, you probably saw in the video, or in the time lapse or whatever, where I was pulling the shirt up over my face. It's like doing what I can, you know? And I'm stupid, guys. I still had the same long sleeve shirt to work in. Never changed. I just left my damn hoodie on. So now my hoodie is covered. My work hoodie that I just washed this weekend is now covered in sawdust. So if it's cold at work tomorrow, I'm going to be covered in sawdust again. But tomorrow, I'm not working on the table. I got Gunpla to work on. I'm going to do some reviews. Get a couple reviews done. Work on the custom. Finally get back to work on that. I think I need to finish building out the body. Like, the thing is, like, it has the upper torso mostly complete. I mean, there's lots of, like, little stuff I can do that I'll probably do. But, like, I need to get the legs. I have not built the legs yet. So I'm just going to build the legs out and then work on the additive process. Sorry, I got to pick my nose. And that's the hard part about this custom I'm doing, is so much scratch building. Trying to make sure that everything's perfect. So I wish I had that chopper thingy that Backstep just got. So it's basically like a miter box, more or less, for your styrene plate. So you can get consistent cuts, consistent angles, stuff like that. That's what I need. I need that consistency. I do what I can, but man, it's not easy. There's a lot of things. There's still plenty to do on that build. I mean, it's going to be fairly extensive changeover. You guys haven't seen it at all, and that's on purpose. All right, well, I'm going to stop vlogging now. I've still got about 20 minutes till I get home. So I'll see you guys later. And remember, as always, I was going to say keep on nerding, but no, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be loud. And I can't hear much.